Check that out. Literally looking like the Batmobile out here. What's up, fam? Welcome back to Unlockable Character. Today is Fun and Fitness Fridays. We're going to take a quick drive up to Avalon, which is an upscale shopping complex in North Georgia. And yeah, it should be a really good drive. We'll catch the sunset and then it'll be a POV night drive on the way back. Hope you guys enjoy. Car is currently in full comfort settings. It's not warm enough yet to actually drive it hard, so just letting it warm up for a little bit, and then we will open the valves, put the car into sport settings, and really push it. I was gonna go to the drag strip today, and the drag strip is in Reynolds, Georgia. It's called Silver Dollar Motorsports Park. It would have been a 2.5 hour drive there, and I just wasn't feeling it with the energy today. So, you know, sometimes you gotta listen to your gut. I thought it was better to spend some time with my girlfriend, my dog, and really just unwind after the day ended. And now I feel good enough to go out, and I feel like I'm in a good state of mind. And that's really important because, you know, a drag strip, it's not just, you know, going fast in a straight line. Many times people crash at the drag strip, and it just takes a little bit of tiredness, you know, a little lack of focus, and boom, you're in the wall. So, you know, I think you guys should really listen to your gut. And your gut actually, it's called your natural instinct. It'll tell you a lot about your surroundings, the people you're around. It plays into what I call your nervous system. And you'll find that when your nervous system is balanced, you're not in fight or flight mode. And when you're not in fight or flight mode, you are in a good position to do whatever you need to do. If you're in fight or flight mode, you're not going to be making rational decisions, and most of the time you can actually ruin relationships, you can ruin opportunities because you're in fight or flight mode. And that applies to everything. That applies to trading. Today, ASTS, it went up 17% in the first hour of trading, and then it cratered down to negative 10% right afterwards. And in the eyes of the traders, you know, in the trading world, you have to take profit. And it's one of those things, it's just like your nervous system. When it's not balanced, you may not be thinking clearly. And so situations like that, you need to be balanced, you need to be focused when you're trading, you need to be balanced, you need to be focused when you're driving. And so it is important to really listen to your gut and to make sure you're not putting yourself into a dangerous situation because you're unbalanced and you're in that fight or flight mode. All right, so the car is warming up. I'm gonna put it into M1, which is all-wheel drive. I'm gonna turn the burbles off, and let's see what the other settings are right now, guys. I'm gonna go into setup. Engine is Sport Plus. Chassis is Sport Plus. That's pretty stiff. I'm gonna go into comfort for chassis, comfort for steering to make it lighter to steer, sport for brake, four-wheel drive sport for the MX drive, traction control, stability control all the way off. Open the valves. Not too loud yet. fearless, guys. Watch out. We got a fearless Jeep on the loose. I can tell this is a more modern Tesla because it has the different taillights, and that white Tesla is the older style. Let's see if the Tesla wants the boogie. Oh, he might. He or she might. So Lamborghini, they revealed their new Huracan successor. It is a V8 hybrid twin turbo, 10,000 RPM redline, guys. That is how you do it. If you're gonna hybridize the car, you know, increase the redline, because that's gonna be pure driving pleasure. Instant torque from the hybrid motor setup and rising horsepower all the way to 10,000 RPM. That's gonna be absolutely nuts. Now, I'm not really a fan of the styling right now, but it'll probably grow on me. I think it looks more like an 80s supercar than a, you know, than a modern Huracan, but I think a lot of those 80s vibes are coming back. The new Nissan Z has 80s vibes. Even the M2, I would say, has 80s vibes. Guys want to experience what it's like with the windows up, the valves open, and the car in Sport Plus, right? So let's get you guys a glimpse of what that's like. Trying to see if there's a police officer in the left lane or the middle lane. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Sounds excellent. we'll do is when we get to Avalon, I will turn off active sound design. And then on the drive back, you'll be able to experience the difference. Right now, active sound design is actually on. People say it's a little bit of a droning noise in here. And I think active sound design is actually best when you have the burbles on. So let me put the burbles back on. The exhaust button now is the burble button in this car. Nice to have the suspension in softer settings. I think we got a beautiful Porsche in the left lane. Let's see if we can catch up with it. Oh yeah, that thing looks gorgeous. If there's no center exhaust, it's most likely a Carrera. It's a beautiful red Targa. Gorgeous. Yeah, that thing is beautiful. So guys, there is a YouTuber named Misha. Hopefully I'm getting his name right. He drives on the Nürburgring all the time. And he drove an M3 Touring, which is the wagon version of this car. And it was tuned by a company called WOT, Wide Open Throttle. And they increased the red line, which I've never seen before. So the red line on these cars is right about 7,200 RPM. I think the red line on that car with the tune was 7,500 RPM. So you guys tell me, is that possible with MHD Plus? Can we raise the red line in the car? Because that's something I definitely want to do. That would be sick. Wicked car, guys. say, with the active sound design on, there really is a lot of drone inside the cabin, and that is artificially piped in. So I am looking forward to actually turning it off and getting a real world example of the difference. Looks dark and stormy ahead, guys. Jeez. Yeah, the burbles definitely do sound electronic in here. With the windows down, they don't really sound like that in here, but with the windows up, you can definitely tell it's electronic. It's a good thing we're getting off. Looks like there's some road pirates on the side of the road, guys. Do we have someone pulled over? Oh boy. Alright guys, so this is Avalon, very upscale shopping plaza. I'm just gonna post up and quickly show you what it's like to use BimmerCode to turn active sound design off on the car, if we can find a parking spot. It's pretty busy tonight. It is a Friday night, so no surprise. I think we found a good spot though. Hopefully it's not handicapped. Nope, perfect. Car's parked kind of weird, but that's all right. All right, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is let the car sit for just a minute. Then we do have to turn it off. We have to put the car into diagnostic mode, which is by hitting the start engine stop button 3 times. And then what I'm gonna use, which you should all keep with you, is let me put the brightness up here, it's lights. This is a cable that goes to the OBD port, and it is an Ethernet cable to OBD, and then this is an adapter for Ethernet to iPhone. Not USB-C, but the previous connection the older style iPhones have. So you put this into the OBD port, plug this into your iPhone, and you use the BimmerCode app to change the settings. So let's let the car run for a little bit, and then I'll turn this back on when we're good to go. All right guys, so I have the OBD cable plugged in. I'm gonna press the start engine stop button 3 times. That is gonna put the car into diagnostic mode. I have my seatbelt plugged in because it's a good way to make sure that the car does not go to sleep. So I'm gonna turn the AC off. We're gonna connect the OBD cable to Ethernet to adapter to iPhone. Make sure nothing else is running on the iPhone. Go to your BimmerCode app, and bear with me, sometimes this doesn't work on the first connection. Enet cable, that's what I have. And now it's going to try to establish a connection between the BimmerCode app and the OBD adapter. Sometimes this doesn't work on the first try, so let's give it a few tries here, guys. Okay, so that didn't work. That's fine. Sometimes you got to make sure all the connections are tight. Okay. Boom. Connect. All right, so sometimes this really does give me a few issues, guys. So bear with me here. Make sure the blue light is blinking when you have this adapter. There we go. The car selection, I have an M4, so I'm going to click BMW 4 Series M4, continue. It's going to identify all the control units in the car. We're only going to need to modify one of them for the active sound design. So the wired connection is definitely the way to go. The wireless connection takes so long to connect, and it codes the changes to the car very quickly too. So okay, receiver audio module, that's the one we want. We're going to click that. It's going to read the code data. You saw how fast that was. Active sound design, this is the one we want, not active. And then for all of these active sound design plus options for M3, M4 only, we're going to do not active. Burbles, not active. Downshift sound, not active. Load sound, not active. Upshift sound, not active. If you really wanted to get cute, you could change the signal tones in the car to like Rolls-Royce or Mini, but I like to keep it on BMW. I think it sounds the best. That's like, you know, the turn signal noise, all the chimes from the system when you click buttons and things like that. So hit code, start coding. You guys saw how fast that was. It's now going to restart the ECU, clear any errors, and we should be good to go with active sound design turned off. And this would be a great example for you guys to see what it's like with active sound design on and what it's like with active sound design off. All right, completed successfully. We're gonna hit disconnect. Boom, we are done, guys. That means that we can turn the car on. I'm gonna actually put it in track mode. Take the OBD adapter out and let's start the car up as loud as possible. Why not, right? I can open the valves when the car is in diagnostic mode, so that's what I did right there. Here we go. Nice. Now active sound design is off and we can get the full experience. I'll keep the windows down as we're driving and you'll be able to tell what the difference is. There should be no longer kind of a droning noise in the cabin while we're driving, so that should be the big difference. I will keep the burbles on as well so you can get a taste of the difference, and then we'll put the burbles off so you can see what it's like with those off as well. So back into track mode. I'm going to put this back to my home destination, connect phone. Quite a few steps here, huh guys? Let's see, is it gonna rain? Oh gosh, it is gonna rain. I could tell that there was a storm coming. Hopefully we can make it home before the storm, guys. And here we go. M1 is the stiffest settings, so I'm gonna actually change that back to be a little bit more on the comfort side. Huh. Not the engine, I need the chassis to be comfort, steering to be comfort, and that should be fine with me. Oh, it looks like there was a little bit of an accident. There's all kinds of glass on the ground over there. Yeah, there's definitely much less whining and droning noise inside the car, which is digitally created, so that's a big plus. It's a big plus for sure. Might be some drunk drivers out. I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. Just my luck, guys, the GoPro overheated, so put the windows down a little bit so we can get some airflow to the GoPro and turn the AC on blast, because I do want you guys to experience this now that the active sound design is off. That's what happens when you wear a GoPro and you have the windows up and you're talking inside your car. It can overheat, especially when you're doing 4K 60. I'm gonna turn the brightness down on the screens. There we go. That's pretty sick. You can tell there's a storm coming. All right, guys, I'm trying to cool down the GoPro. Verbals are on right now. Active sound design is off. It is a much cleaner noise. It's not as loud. That car doesn't have its lights on, that's crazy. Turn the burbles off, and hopefully the AC will keep the GoPro cool. I'm gonna roll the windows up, turn this down a little bit so you can hear more of the exhaust in the AC. Much less of that digital kind of tinny. Yeah, that is the real exhaust. Not getting a digital kind of humming or buzzing noise inside the car. On the shifts, you don't also get that digital clamping kind of effect that happens. Of course, everyone's just bunching up in all the lanes. Another positive for active sound design when you turn it off is your music system is not going to be competing with the bass from the digitally piped in exhaust, so your music will generally sound clearer, especially hip-hop and electronic music. Yep, very clean noise. So you're not getting as much volume from the exhaust inside the car, but that's a good thing if you want a cleaner note and you don't want that artificial kind of buzzing noise. Oh, we got a Cybertruck. Let's see how it looks at night, guys. He's whipping it. That sounds excellent. Tonight is very clear, but there's definitely a storm coming in. You have that charged energy in the atmosphere. Oh, that Cybertruck is approaching. Seventh gear, no throttle at all. Very crisp. I wonder if that's rain. Hopefully that's rain, not freaking, what's it called? Hail. Just another reason to get home quicker, I'd say. Seeing a lot of Rivians now, guys. They do have a facility that produces them in Illinois, so it's an American company. But they are expensive, right? I think those trucks start at like $70,000, $80,000, easily push $100,000. Ooh, satin black Tesla. I love that. Love when they wrap satin black. Look at that MARTA going by. This is where I want to get rollers, guys. At nighttime, MARTA's coming by. The fence is flashing yellow. It looks so sick, right? That looks crazy. Of course, no one's on board because no one really takes the MARTA in Atlanta. All right, we'll do that. Very nice. Under the tunnel, I will put the burble on, and we're gonna have some fun. Are you ready? Got some cars down. Sounds excellent. I may have to keep active sound design off now. I know I said before that I liked it, but after driving at night with the windows up, man, it's so much clearer and cleaner with active sound design off. I mean, the shift noise where it's like a digital clamping, like clamp, that's pretty cool, but I can live without that. Especially knowing this is the real noise that the car is making. No time for that bullshit. Do we have another bullshitter? Perhaps, perhaps. Ugh. Insane. Sick nasty is the only way I could describe this car. hope you enjoyed this video of active sound design on and then off. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a pull, and then I'll call it a night. Oh my god, too good guys, too good. Let's see. We'll call this extended footage. Alright guys, I'll cap it here. Catch you next time.